about them Cowboys?
On Sunday evening. For, hold on,
I'll tell you,
hold on a second.
it's the
Hold on a second. Just then? Yeah?
Listen,
Cowboys were eliminated once again.
listen. I'm a Giant fan.
Breaking news.
I'm a Giant fan. We took our ass, but we wasn't be where we was at. So I'm proud of my team. But the Cowboys.
Every year is their year.
Right.
The Cowboys and the Raiders, every year is their year.
Yeah, we
So
them
back.
boys. We them boys. But guess what? That's the problem. Y'all them boys.
Y'all the boys are always by yourself back on the couch.
It's crazy. They have some.
Man,
They got the best roster. They got a good roster. They got both offense and defense. And then come to playoffs. How Steve A say they are who we
The
thought they were.
accident is waiting to happen.
Always. I'm so happy.
Lewis,
What can go wrong will go wrong.
One of these?
Facts.
Lewis, one of these?
Yep.
Lewis.
Yeah, I'm not recognizing it to you. Yeah.
Yo.
He wants to be acknowledged.
Left or right? Which one, Lewis? Left or the right?
Those are wrong belts.
Oh.
No, but this is one of the belts that unlike Roman, I'm willing to give up one of my titles.
Yo, this is gonna be a fun show today, y'all. For real, it's gonna be fun. Well, it's gonna be a little bit fun. It's gonna be also a little emotional as we reflect on the legacy of the late great Jay Briscoe, and it's gonna be a hard one. Like I was watching CZW earlier, throwback CZW, and you know they kind of broke they broke into a lot of indies, but they broke into wrestling CZW when they were underage. So fun fact. So when they were in Delaware, they were able to wrestle as themselves. But when they started running shows out of Philly, they both had to wear masks. They were like the Murdoch, the Midnight Riders or something like that.
Riders. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
They had to wear masks because they legally could not wrestle underage in the state of Pennsylvania. So I know that's a quick little story, but I was just watching some of their work when they were wrestling. Yeah, the Midnight Outlaws. Yeah, they were.
I have a question, and I don't know if I should wait for the show, but since we're in the pre-show, I might as well, just throw the pasta on the wall to see if it sticks. Will we ever see Mark? Will we ever see his brother back in the ring?
I'm going to say
I think
yeah, but not. I think he should take his time, bro.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I think he's going to come back, but right now, especially
I don't think he'll be the same.
No.
I don't think he'll be the same.
No, definitely
no, you're never going to be,
Definitely not.
especially like losing your older brother. No.
Because they were born a year and a week from each other. Like Jay's birthday is coming up in I think a few days.
Wednesday, right?
What would have been his
Wednesday.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
What would have been his 39th, 38th, 39th birthday?
39.
39. So that's gonna be a tough one there. Mark is an exceptional singles talent as well. It's just that I don't know if his heart is gonna be into wrestling. When you lose somebody that's not only your brother, but somebody that you shared the passion of wrestling with,
Yeah.
I think
And
he's gonna be gone for a while.
Yeah, and not to mention it was just the day before Mark's birthday.
Exactly.
I'm going to say right now, as soon as he hits, if he hits the ring, just like if you lose somebody, you just see something small, it's going to remind you of that person. If they even come out with the same music and at the vignette, he probably freeze and think about his brother right there on the rampway, because
Exactly.
they shared so much history and they made so much history together.
Well, especially
kinda
like
hard.
Ring of Honor.
Right. It's gonna take him. It's gonna take him some time, and he don't need to rush at all, man. Like just take your time, collect yourself, be there for your nieces, man. You know, like your nieces right now, they survived that terrible situation. They got a lot of road to recovery to themselves. So it'd be great to see, you know, help them out. I just don't. I don't think I see him in the rain no time soon. But he'll be back. And if it's not rain, there's coming. Like they do honor for a day. He accepted. That's the closest I will see him in the ring. He's not wrestling right now.
I agree.
For real. And it's still unreal to me at this point. You know, I know I'll be kind of quiet in a group because it's still unreal to me that he's no longer here. And you know, not only no longer here, I felt like there's still so much that left. You know what I'm saying? So much left that I felt like they could not only contribute to that he could contribute to wrestling, but I felt like there's so much left for them to do on a national scale. And you know, I was hoping maybe one day it would be a reality where they're, you know, allowed to be on national television. That even though we're going to probably touch on this when the show starts, I was hoping one day there was going to be a situation where Warner Brothers Discovery is like, you know what, let's go ahead and give them a shot. Let's let them on TV. I was hoping that situation like that was going to happen, and now we'll never know. Now the casual fans that, you know, watch other products won't really get to know the extent of the greatness of the Briscoe brothers as a tag team, and they won't know. They won't. It breaks my heart, really. It breaks my heart because I know it sounds crazy to talk about potential with somebody that's been wrestling for 20 years, but when I say potential, I don't mean from like a growing, you know, pains type of situation. When I say potential, I'm talking about the potential of him being the true number one tag team in the world in the eyes of everybody, and we're kind of robbed of that. You know, and you know, you never know when your time is going to come, and it's like I said, I'm still in disbelief over it.
I compared it to how I felt with Kobe. Like we watched him grow up, right? We watched him grow up in the wrestling business. Like we watched Kobe grow up in the basketball world, and so
exactly,
you watched him and you got emotionally invested in, and you saw them evolve into not just a tag team, but one of the best tag teams in the business of their time. Because I don't want to get that debate, but like this past year, they was one. You could have put them in 1, 2, 3, however, you know, between them Usos and FTR. That started a little debate there, right? And it hits hard, bro. It really hits hard. You watch them, like you just said, you watch, you know, from ZCW. I forgot I introduced them from day one of Ring of Honor. So you know, it's crazy. It's crazy how that is, though.
Okay, so I'm sorry, but no, I'm
Chris, I got the
we kind of went. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell y'all like the agenda. We are not going to talk about like this past Monday, Wednesday, or whatever. Or we could probably talk about it, but I don't want to go back about it because we got a long agenda to cover. So I really want to focus on upcoming and, you know, kind of go back and forth a little bit, like what me and T.O. had last week. We had a general conversation. So we're not going to go in the particular order. Anything that comes up that's relevant, we'll talk about it. But more so, I want to focus on tomorrow, the 30-year anniversary of Raw. Also, we can talk a little bit about AEW, but more importantly, MJF and Daniel Bryan or Danielson or whatever, and then SmackDown, and then of course to end the show, the Royal Rumble, which is coming up this Saturday. So before we start, what I want to do is I want to do a 10-minute video on Jay Briscoe, his promos, his accomplishments, and all that good shit, and then we're gonna do a 10-minute bell for Jay Briscoe as well.
10-minute or 10 ring?
It's a 10-minute. Well, excuse me. It's a 10-minute video on him and his promos and all this shit. Trust me, I got his best work. But before that, we're gonna do the 10-minute bell. When we come on the air, we're gonna start the 10-minute bell, and then
10 bell salute. It's not
10
minutes of
you know exactly what I'm talking about, T.O. Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you for being petty.
You know what? I'm gonna mind my business.
Anywho, let's start. Let's just go ahead and start.
You see how he does me, right, y'all? This is what I have to do with every single week. This is what I do with every.
Oh yeah, we back in the building, baby. I love it.
We'll be back, y'all.
Lights.
It looks like you lost another one.
It's just the fact that I'm highly dedicated to the grind. And I ain't never fake, boy, I'm like this all the time. And I'ma do me, it don't matter how you feel. And I'ma win even if I lie, cheat or steal. That's just real, I don't care if I leave the opposition feeling ripped off. And it's only cheating if you get caught. If you ain't with me, homie, I can never love ya. If you don't like it, I got 2 words for ya. I just rather lie, cheat, and steal. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. And I don't ever care how they feel. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. And they don't wanna see me in the field. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. No matter what, I'ma keep it real. It's cool being faces, better being the heel.
Welcome to Hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast, episode 208. I am your host, Mr. Team Bring It.
And I am DJ Red Flags, the heel that you love to hate.
Yeah, I'm Rocket Race, the Wrestling Encyclopedia.
Mr. Bodybuilder himself, the enforcer.
And I am the real Garland.
And tonight, everyone, once again, if you were on the pre-show, we got a healthy agenda. But for the people that's on Facebook, I am so sorry, but I have to cut you off. Unfortunately, join us on YouTube, youtube.com, enter hashtag Heels for Life podcast, and join us over there. All right. So tonight, everyone, it's going to be an emotional podcast, especially for the first hour or so. We are going to give our respects to Jay Uso, but also we also got an agenda that we have to cover. But before we're gonna give this man his flowers. So let me just tell you guys the backstory.
Briscoe.
Briscoe.
Did I say Briscoe? Oh, I did say. Oh my God! Like why the fuck? I'm sorry, Jay Briscoe. I am so sorry. I got the J's fucked up. I am so sorry. Anyway, so Tuesday, y'all. Jay Briscoe died in a car crash. I believe this was sometime maybe in the afternoon or whatever, and I believe this happened in Maryland. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Delaware.
Delaware? Okay. He was only 38 years old. He's also currently, before his passing, he was the Ring of Honor one half of the tag team champions, the Briscoes, as you guys know. His brother, Mark Briscoe, his birthday was actually the next day. So, and his daughters was also in the car crash as well. They are doing fine. However, they have a long recovery ahead of them, y'all. So please pray for them. Please pray for them. They suffered massive injuries, but they expected to make a full recovery, but the road to recovery is long. I'm not going to even bullshit you guys. We seen some of the injuries. We read some of the injuries, and yeah, it's really fucked up. So we're going to take this time to give Jay his flowers, because he was definitely one of the best in the business, and he was looked upon as one of the pioneers in today's professional wrestling. So we're definitely going to do that, and then afterwards, after we show you guys the 10-minute video, whatever, then we're going to go ahead with our agenda. But first, I'm going to pass it on to Reese. Reese is going to give you guys a little biography on Jay. Then we'll do the Tim Bell salute. Do I have that right, Mr. Red Flags?
It's not 10. It's 10, right?
Okay. So, as I was saying, the 10 Bell salute, and then we'll do the 10-minute video on his career. Go ahead, Reese.
All right. First of all, Jermaine Pugh, aka Jay Briscoe, was born January 25th, 1984 in Salisbury, Maryland. Along with his younger brother Mark, they formed the Briscoe brothers, debuting at the East Wrestling Association in May 2000, despite the brothers, of course, being underage. In 2002, Jay would wrestle Amazing Red at the Era of Honor Begins, which was Ring of Honor's first show. Then when Mark would become old enough to wrestle at ROH, the Briscoes would go on to become 13-time tag team champions. Jay would also go on to be a 2-time Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. They would also go on to win tag team championships in Impact, New Japan, CZW, also junior heavyweight tag team championships in Pro Wrestling Noah. And also in the NWA, they would go on to win the 2000 Cup. Of course, they were also 3-time GCW World Tag Team Champions, of course, House of Glory Tag Champions, NW Wildside Tag Team Champions. These guys have massive feuds with War Machine, SCU, the Young Bucks with Dragon. Even with Face the Rock and Roll Express in there along the way. Of course, the Good Brothers, Doc Ellis, Carl Anderson. Basically they fought like a who's who in tag team wrestling. And Jermaine Pugh. Rest in paradise, my brother.
Cool. Thank you so much, Reese, for that. So right now we're going to do the 10 Bell salute for Jay Briscoe.
Reach for the sky, boy. Now let me tell y'all a story. About 2 years ago, two and a half years ago, we had a little trial match for WWE. It was before a SmackDown taping in Philadelphia. We went in there, had a little tryout, did our thing, whatever. I guess they was impressed because they invited us down to Florida for a week at their little FCW Developmental Center. All expenses paid in the Hyatt chilling. But either way, we was down there, you know, had a little trial. We was down there for a week. I thought things went good.
And that's what they said too.
We thought it went real good down there. Then everybody was telling us, yeah, y'all doing real good. Y'all might get these contracts. This was 2 years ago. I'm just seeing dollar signs. They talking about y'all might get these contracts. So, you know, we're waiting around. We get back home, we waiting. I'm telling all my boys, like, yeah, we did it down there. We getting ready to all be eating. It's gonna be on our tag. We done did it down there, boys. You know, we hype. I'm telling my wife she ain't never gonna have work again. You know, she can quit bartending. Shit, we got this. You know, so we wait a month, go by, another couple months, we get a phone call. Apparently, the Briscoes are not cosmetically pleasing enough for the WWE. That exact words.
Come on now.
Exact words. Cosmetically pleasing. Well, excuse me, Mr. John Laurinaitis, I forgot this was a damn beauty contest. This Friday night in Cincinnati, Ohio, we got us one hell of a match. We putting our tag straps on the line against Kyle O'Reilly and Davey Richards. Team Jiu-Jitsu. Team MMA. It's crazy when you think about it, man. MMA done took over the world. MMA is the biggest shit going right now.
Taking airtime from my boxing, man.
Well, yeah. MMA done took over. And I got all the respect in the world for the people that do MMA. But the shit that pisses me off, when you got Johnny Badass walking to the bar with his little tap-out shirt on. He went to the gym for 2 weeks so his little muscles popped out a little bit. And he think he's God's gift to women. He walk around like his shit don't stink. I guarantee you one of y'all little tap-out boys bring that shit down here to Sanderford, you'll be lucky to get out of this bitch alive. Now, Davey and Kyle, I ain't saying that y'all that type of people. But you got Davey Richards walking around with his little title belt and a mouthpiece in. It's pro wrestling, son.
Hey, brother, hey, Terry Funk ain't wearing no mouthpiece.
Hell no, Terry Funk ain't wearing no damn mouthpiece. Bruiser Brody ain't wearing no mouthpiece. Doing your little jiu-jitsu, getting focused and shit. Talking about I'm focused. I'm kicking this bag, I'm focused for my match. Shit, that's where we different, boys. We a different type of people. We ain't got time to be focused. Focused. Shit, we live on a farm, we gotta get shit done. We ain't got time walking around being focused. Does it look like stable thoughts go through my mind? Do I look like a rational thinker to you? This guy, I guarantee you, he ain't no rational thinker. Shit, we walk in there on Dr. Phil, he shit is sick. Damn, son.
My bad, I thought you was finished.
Oh, you killed that Jim?
Yeah, man.
Hey.
We ain't talking. Let me unload my boy.
I think it's one more. No. Now where was it? Ah, shit, where the hell was it? Last time we got in a fight at the bar with the tap-out boys. Long story short, they tried to put us in an arm bar and get this shit. They tried to do a UFC move in the damn bar. Long story short, beer mug to the back of the head, and their girlfriends talk about we cheated. All I know, they was getting carried out of that bitch, and we was sitting there drinking Yingling, waving bye to them bitches.
Hey, man, I thought we was talking about Davey and Kyle.
Davey and Kyle, yeah. Davey and Kyle. Hold it for me, Chief. Davey and Kyle, yes, sir. Team Jiu-Jitsu. Team MMA. Big match this Friday. Big match down Cincinnati. Y'all boys get you a few extra little laps in on the treadmill and shit. Do a few more bag kicks or whatever you want to do. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to smoke this Brutal Bob. Mark's going to drink that beer. And this Friday night, we going to whoop y'all's ass. And there ain't a damn thing y'all going to do about it.
2 out of 3 falls. If we beat your asses twice in one night, is that a fluke? You don't want that.
2 out of 3.
Twice in one night, is that a fluke?
Hey, don't get swept. Don't get swept.
Boys, respectfully, okay? We started this off respectfully.
Don't deviate from being respectful, okay? So I understand what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. The lucky shot. I get it. It happens every once in a while. You know, it happens in college basketball. It happens in college football. It happens in fighting, you know, you might be calling us Buster Douglas. We ain't Buster Douglas, okay? We're Muhammad Ali, all right? We're the greatest of all time. We are the greatest of all time, all right? And I take that very seriously. The first fight was for the belts, okay? This fight is for the legacy. And the legacy is something I'm taking home to my wife and my daughter, and I'm gonna teach them, and I'm gonna teach my daughter she can be whatever she wants. And if I gotta beat your ass on death before dishonor, that's what I'll do. Because it's for my daughter, because it's for my family. So no, I'm talking here. Go ahead. You shut your mouth. I'm talking. What you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Y'all don't want this right here.
I promise you, I want every bit of it. Wait a second. So If we're gonna make this thing official,
there we go.
If we're gonna make it official, let's do it right. Okay?
Yeah.
I ain't spending no $180 on a bottle of tequila for nothing, okay?
No, hell no.
Yeah, it's respect.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 falls. Death before dishonor.
2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, FTR's gonna beat your ass.
Shit, we're gonna sweep y'all's asses. Getting the brooms out, mother.
2 straight, baby. Do your history lessons. 2 straight.
So July 23rd, Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor. FTR and the Briscoes have agreed to a best 2 out of 3 falls for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. Can we make it official, guys?
Cheers me, bitch.
Come on in. Come on in.
We got
You are a man on an island, and I am assaulting your island. They say you want to take the island. Guess what? You have to burn the boats. And I will burn those boats in a fire of regret from the past, because Jay Briscoe, I want you to defend that island. Jay Briscoe, I want your absolute best, because there is honor in beating a man of your caliber in a fight. Jay Briscoe, I want you to defend this island like your life depends on it, because mine does to take it.
EC3, you just mosey on in here, man. You talking about control your narrative. Well, son, how long has it took for you to figure that out? I can't tell you how many times WWE has called us wanting us to come. WWE offered us deals, max level NXT deals. You know what I told them? I said, man, I could do that landscaping. You worry about me controlling my narrative? Come on, man, control your own. How many times you done went up there and tried to become a superstar? That superstar bullshit. I'm good sitting right here fighting whoever we got to fight. I never have gone nowhere and I never will go nowhere. I live on this damn farm. Ain't nobody taking me out of here. So EC3, you wonder if honor's real? You want to know why I don't shake your hand? I'm gonna put it to you like this. You don't deserve to shake my hand. This hand right here, Mitsuharu Misawa, Samoa Joe, Kensuke Sasaki. I've locked eyes with Bryan Danielson, shook his hand. I've locked eyes with Tyler Black. All the people I've shook hands with all around the world, man. And you want mosey all in and talk about, hey, Jay, shake my hand. Hell no, I ain't shaking your hand. You don't deserve my damn handshake. And especially because you can't look me in the eye. I mean, least you could do is look me in the eye, then maybe I might consider shaking your hand. But you can't even look me in the eye, man. If you give me a damn fight and look me in my eyes, then I'll shake your hand. But only after I whoop your ass.
And there you go, y'all. That's the legend, man. That's a legend.
Look me in the eye.
Look me in the motherfucking eyes.
Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye.
You know what?
Them boys that matter.
That's the crazy thing about the best.
That's fire, man. That's fire.
The best thing, the best thing
That's
about
emotion. That's something that we don't have in professional wrestling, man.
It real. It felt real.
It felt authentic. Felt very authentic. But
that's because the one thing they had down pat was, and we seen it in that video, the thing that Jay Briscoe and Mark respectively had down pat is sometimes, or more often than none, when you're just being you in the professional wrestling industry, and you sell people on who you are as a person, as a professional, then everybody's gonna celebrate you. And that's the awesome thing about Jay Briscoe. It's because we know that's him. We know he's from a chicken farm from Sandy Fork, Delaware. We know that they raise chickens, they got pickup trucks. We know that they are about their business, and we know that he can whoop your ass if you piss him off. And that's the greatest. It sounds simple, but yet it's more complex than that. And that's the cool thing about the Briscoes. And man, rest in peace to Jay. And that video was awesome, man.
And you know something else that he touched on in that one was that line where he says, "Hey, WWE offered us like max contracts or whatever." It is like, man, we make that just on our landscape. And I was like, yo, it's like, hey, we can like get our pay doing what we love to do. Yeah, and it was like still have like this time to like do our other stuff as well. I was like, yeah, that just epitomized the Briscoes to like who they were as wrestlers.
And I think that's what we're gonna miss the most. I think that's what we're gonna miss the most, and that's what drew me to the Briscoes in the first place. Like the authentication. Like it's like, wow, like that's me. Like I see me in him. Like his promos, it's like he don't give a fuck. Like this is him. You're not going to change him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not even the WWE. WWE was disrespecting him on the low, like giving him all of this low ass money and shit. Talk about I could do that in landscaping. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he stayed true to himself. Like, you know, people like Kenny Omega, like the Young Bucks or whatever. It was just like, we can do this elsewhere and we can still have fun doing it, and we can make 10 times money than, you know, what other people are making in WWE. And it's just, we need more wrestlers like that. You know, everybody want to talk about Roman Reigns being the tribal chief. I'm sorry, but Roman to me is not authentic. It's just not. Like, he just another wrestler that just was handed a gimmick and just said, here, go ahead and just do this. Like, there's just nothing, like, we just don't have those type of wrestlers like Jay Briscoe, you know, and it's a devastating loss for us.
It's been a long time since you could relate with someone in the wrestling business that you could say, you saw this guy in a bar, you would drink with him, right? This about the video, the tribute, you started off with the pretty much the best promo when you talk about the WWE contract, and you think about it, he kind of ended off of why they stayed with Ring of Honor and the indie circuit. When they did try to go with WWE, they gave them all this promise, they look good, then they did the cosmetic crap. And
you can't say that they didn't want to go to the WWE because they was all for it. Right. That's the WWE's problem.
Right. And there's something, Tony, you told me earlier on Embrace the Thirst that I was nervous. Like, did Triple H, now keep in mind, this 2002 Triple H, right in the midst of Ring of Honor, he was actually saying that he wanted the Briscoes there.
Yes. The Triple H.
But Vince didn't.
No, it was Laurinaitis that didn't.
Laurinaitis shut down the whole entire thing?
Chris, remember I told you, Laurinaitis was the vice president of town relations, and he was close to Vince McMahon's ass to anybody, because before he was there, it was Jim Ross. And Jim Ross could sign on, he was held the ass, whatever, all that stuff. But once again, John Laurinaitis, Jim Ross, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, I think it was somebody else that wanted the Briscoes. They used to go to the Ring of Honor, watch them. They used to get real. They watched the Briscoes. They wanted them. But the tag team division was starting to get back up just a little bit in 2002, 2003. They started getting some teams up there without working. They wanted something real. As you heard when he said, they did good to try out. They did good into the training, but that line did it. So now you got NXT a couple years down. Yeah, NXT getting hot. Y'all done what the Briscoes made all season up. One of the best tag teams every damn year. And they said no. Why would they trust you after that?
You know what the insulting part is and all of that? And like y'all mentioned earlier, I love how you started off with the cosmetic pleasing video, talking about the first time that they got offered a contract, and then it ending with them, with Jay explaining the reason why they turned them down. The insulting part is that right there. Those videos, the time period between those videos is maybe about what, 12, 13 years apart. I could be off on it. But let's say a lot of years apart, at least 10 years apart from each other, at minimum. So the insulting part is, at this point, that last video you showed came out last year, right? Like 2021, 22, something like that.
Yeah.
So they're already 20 some years in the business. You already know what they are. You know that they're seasoned veterans. You already know they've been to every damn wrestling promotion there probably is in the world. And you insulted them by offering them a max deal that ain't even close to what they were making on the indies. And he said, like you said, he dropped the landscape line. We can make that landscaping. So that offer must have been pretty low but I think a max NXT deal is what, 150,000? I think that's.
I think actually it's 250 if they stay the whole year. Or it's 250 a year.
They're worth more than that, and you insult them with that. So at that point, you know that's the insulting part. And on top of that, they should have. If you would have brought them in, they should have got the treatment Cody got. Let them come in as them.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hang on, Stephen. Hey, I'm sorry, Antonio and Reese, check your DMs on here. I'm looking at the private chat.
Look at that now.
Okay. Go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, what I was saying is that they should have got the Cody treatment. Let them come in as them. Let them come in as the Briscoe brothers. Let them come in with Reach the Sky. Let them be themselves. That's the selling point. And that's the problem. That's the problem in wrestling. And that's what I loved about the Briscoes at the same time. I love that they stay true to themselves, because what they understand is what the old school veterans understood years before them. Back in the days, and Reese, you already know where I'm going with this. Back in the days, during the territory days, those wrestlers dictated everything. The wrestlers had power during the territory days. They were their own boss. If you lowballed them or anybody like that, like Terry Funk, Bruiser Brody, anybody like that, they're like, all right, fuck you. I hold all the cars here. All right, you're not going to want to pay me? Then I'm not going to work. All right, you're not going to want to pay me? Then all right, I'm going to fuck your shit up. That's what happened in Florida with Lex Luger and Bruiser Brody. Bruiser Brody just decided not to fucking work because he had a beef with the Booger. So it needs to get back to that, to where wrestlers realize y'all hold the cards. If they're offering you something, that means you have something they want. But we live in a generation now where a lot of these wrestlers are just happy to be on TV, and that's all it is. They just want to get on TV. They don't care how much money it is or anything like that. They just want to be on TV doing what they love, but they need to be their own bosses. And
that's funny that you say that, not to cut you off, but that's a really good point, because I wanted to talk about Kofi. There was something that Dax Harwood said on his podcast, I think it was about a couple of days ago. And he stated that the WWE locker room was very upset when Kofi lost to Brock Lesnar in like 9 seconds. But Kofi came out there the next couple days later, throwing pancakes and pretending like nothing happened. Do you think that Cody is not Cody, but do you think that Kofi is like one of them superstars that's just happy to be there even though he's being disrespected?
Sadly, yes. I think there was a video posted earlier. He's celebrating 15 years in WWE. So I think he said at this point he's just happy to be there. Um, he, but he, the Kofi thing still pisses me off. It still does.
Thank you.
It still pisses me off because this man been busting his ass. He busted his ass for like 11 years. And, you know, when he won the title, he was there 11 years, busted his ass, held the title for 100 some odd days. Y'all didn't respect him already by the way y'all booked his title reign. The only memorable opponent he had during that title reign was Randy Orton. And that was only memorable because of the history of years prior. But you didn't really give him anybody good during this title reign. And then when you wanted to do this big premiere of SmackDown on Fox and you brought in Brock Lesnar, your thing was to go with a squash match. And granted, there's a couple of people there's 3 people I'm mad at in this situation. And I'm gonna tell you those 3. 1, of course, Vince McMahon. 2, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, you have pull, you have power. You could have said like that this ain't the way to go about it, boss. Nah. And trust me, we all know, we all heard stories, we all read reports where Brock Lesnar, if he didn't like something, he's gonna let it be known. So that's why he's number 2. And number 3 on the list is I'm mad at Kofi himself. I'm mad at Kofi himself because I would have told that office, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it is Brock Lesnar. I'm here year in and year out, busting my ass for you. I'm part of one of the hottest factions in all of WWE in the New Day. We made you money hand over fist. We were number 1 merchandise seller for years.
It kind of reminds me of a situation where Fox said, I want to get that nigger off of TV. It really feels that way. It really felt like, you know, New Day was just basically what Triple H said about Booker T. You're here just to entertain me, and nothing more, nothing less. You know, I mean, that's really how I feel about New Day. When was the last time New Day was really relevant?
I was just about to say that. If you think about it, remember the New Day started as they were supposed to be the church-going positivity, and that the fans already they was not feeling that. They switched it, became heel, became one of the longest reigning tag team champions to the point that we just like, yo, they actually good. Think about this. If you remember WrestleMania, I think it was in Dallas when it came out. Okay, I'm sorry.
Dallas. I was there. There.
Okay, so when they came out with the Dragon Ball Z outfits, if you remember behind the scenes that was Vince was all, he was laughing and joking like, that's good. That's what you just said is, oh, God, just here to entertain us. That's what I'm thinking of. So you said that. I'm thinking of is that moment when Vince was right there by the box when it fell, like an old man, like he needed to smile, and that's what happened.
Yeah, your audio's really cutting in and out. Is this
going on?
Just reset your laptop. Reset your laptop and come back in and just join us.
Yo, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Chris, what was your question about the New Day? Yes. When was the New Day irrelevant?
When was the last time they was relevant?
Tomorrow, because tomorrow's a new day.
I see what you did there, T.O. But
wow, that's funny.
Am I right or wrong?
Actually, Chris, if
last time,
the last time I thought the New
let's
Day
go
was
to the storyline that led up to it.
Was a Hell in a Cell tag team match against the Usos. Last time I thought they were irrelevant.
And how long ago was that?
Many moons.
Exactly. So
and
once again,
I'm not talking about Ember.
Once again, it just I mean they want like what Antonio said. Like they were hot. They was one of the hottest factions. Well, I don't know if you want to call them trios. The hottest trios, and yet it's like
they were hottest faction, and I might catch some flack about it, but it's okay. You know what I mean? It is what it is. They're more popular in the white community than they were in the black community. Think about it.
I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why though.
That
Think
speaks
about it.
volumes.
All the white kids
Minstrel-
were out there eating bootios and wearing unicorns and shit. Correct? I ain't
Right.
seen
That
many
is
black kids
very
out there
true.
eating bootios.
That's very true.
And
And
I'm sorry,
you know what?
but think about it
And the
too,
crazy
goes
thing
along-
is like
it goes along with Bianca Belair. I don't. You see other. I mean, you watch Wild Now. You see Justina Valentine with the long Bianca braid. You see all these little white girls, blonde hair, blue eyes, with the black long ponytail with Bianca. I don't see that. I mean, that's a regular hairdo to us, isn't it?
Let me go to real on this one because he was about to say something. Like, go back to your point about Kofi and New Day. Why they were more popular with the white community?
Because it was a minstrel show. That's what it was. I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna use a rap analogy. Y'all remember the music video to that Outkast song, "The Whole World"?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Do you know the point of that music video?
What?
That was the whole world, and then they were dancing. They were dressed as sand boats.
Exactly, and the audience was all white.
Yep.
That's what the new day.
The DJ that pissed me off.
Right, and that's kind of, and I hate to say this, and this is not me trying to disrespect those three brothers. It's not, but that's kind of what they are.
Mr. Bojangles, dance for me, Mr. Bojangles.
I mean, to be really honest with you, that is a lot of black celebrities are like that. A lot of them are like that.
The Street Profits.
Street Profits are one of them too. I've heard stories
Hit
about
Row
them
now.
too. Hit Row too. Like all of them. Like that. Once again, they are not authentic to me. They are basically stereotype black niggas. I mean, that's basically what they are. You know
That's
what
why
I'm saying?
people love. That's why mostly black folks loved. You notice mostly black folks love the Hurt Business, but not too many white
Very
people
much so.
like the Hurt Business.
Because
Why?
of their culture.
No, bullshit. Because one day they were cheering up their asses for Bobby. They were on Bobby's nuts, and then what did they do the next following week? Brock Lesnar, one more F5, one more F5, one more F5.
But they don't have any. But at the same time, Theo,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get this off my chest. Wrestling fans, the African American community are so hypocritical, and they're so fugazi. They're so fucking fake. They're like Cowboy fans. They cheer for 1 week and turn on the next week.
That's right.
And you know what? That's not a bad point. It's not a bad point.
I'm sorry. No, cancel me if you want to. I don't care. At the end of the day, you have to be transparent. Here I am. They're fucking fake. The first few words out of these motherfuckers' mouth after Jay passed away were, "What are they gonna do with the tag team titles?"
You can try to say something, Antonio.
Can you hear me now?
Nope. Servers are nervous.
Yeah, your service is still nervous. Do you still? Do you think it might be your mic? You think?
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's the mic. Because like when he tapped on it, you can hear like the
reverb. Is there a possibility? Are you on your laptop right now?
Mm-hmm.
You on your laptop? Do you have like just an external or internal like mic that you can like probably talk on? Try to cut that off and then try to see if you can talk through your laptop.
Hey,
I do that
Chris.
shit all the time. What's up?
A friend of yours wanted to say hi to you.
Oh.
This is a bottle of pickle juice.
Oh my
I
god.
gave this to Chris, and I was in Wisconsin for what, 4 or 5 days? 4 days. I introduced this to his man. The man's like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's pickle juice." Where's the pickles? And I'm like, "You don't need pickles if it's in the juice." And then I tell you, this man.
Speaking of things Cowboys fans don't like.
Chris fell in love with this friend right here. This is one of Chris's good friends. So Chris, say hi to your friend.
Hi, Deal. Deal to deal. Hi. Nah. But let me see. We're gonna have to like kind of move along a little bit because we're like going into like about before we hit the first hour. Okay, so anything pertaining to last week you guys want to talk about before we get into Raw, SmackDown, or basically all of the shit for this week?
One thing we're getting to that people may have not seen, Bully Ray is a menace. The shit they pulled in that mixed 6-man tag was incredible. Mm-hmm. Nikki was in the ring. I think who she was in the ring with. She was with somebody. First of all, they cut a mean promo, right? Mickey and Bully. If those don't know, Mickey and Bully are what's it? Open podcast.
Oh, okay.
Mickey hit the ropes, right? You know, Bully has a history with women in wrestling. Mae Young, list goes on.
Powerbombing them and shit. He got a sick fetish for that.
He hits the ropes, and my man grabs a handful of hair while she's in her momentum, and straight Scorpion, get over here, yanked her down. You guys need to go back for the last 3 weeks. Actually, the pay-per-view was last Friday.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Last 3 weeks, and watch the work that Bully Ray puts in. We're not talking about it because Impact is now on national televised TV, and a lot of people don't watch it because it's not being promoted properly.
Mm-hmm.
I would want everybody that's watching us right now, who is going to watch us later on, or in the future, or in one of my brothers right here, go back and watch this past week's Impact episode in that 6-man, 6-mix tag. Watch the promo first with Mickey and Bully, then watch that match. Bully Ray, as much as people hate him because he is a legit heel. He's being a heel on Busted Open.
Legit.
He's being a heel in Impact. This is what we want. This is what we wanted. What heels are. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The blurred line between the heels. People are saying that heels are damaging the wrestling business.
And to be honest with you, heels are doing their job.
Exactly. 50 Cent said in one of his older songs, I watch flicks and root for the bad guy, and I turn it off before the bad guy dies.
Right.
People don't understand. Yes, between bullying and the villains and this and that, we need these type of people to make the world go round. They make the world go round. I'm watching a show right now with my wife called Designated Survivor. It's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, wonderful show. Keep you on the edge of your seat. We need villains. We need bad guys. Superhero needs a bad guy.
I want to mention something. I want to piggyback off what you were saying because, there's been some good stuff that has happened on Impact, and it's sad that nobody watches it. I think it was maybe a few months ago. Speedball Mike Bailey and Josh Alexander had a Match of the Year candidate on there, but nobody's going to ever consider it a Match of the Year candidate because it's on Impact. The storytelling that they've been telling with Mickie James on there about the stipulation with every one of her matches that if she loses her next match, that she has to retire, has been an interesting storyline on there. They're also been doing their part in trying to build, some younger talent as well. It kind of sucks, but I agree with everything you said. Heels are needed in wrestling. They make the world go round. To me, the heels have always been the more interesting character when it comes to professional wrestling. It's easier being a heel in wrestling than it is a babyface. Because the babyface, I think the babyface stick. Hear me out. The babyface stick gets tiring after a while if it doesn't come off as natural. That's the thing with being a babyface.
You're
that
wrong.
I
Objection, Your
kind of
Honor.
disagree with that one.
Objection,
A
Your
little
Honor.
bit.
Objection.
All right, let me hear you out.
Objection. Being a heel is harder. Being a heel is harder.
Ain't hard for me.
It's easier being a nice guy, right? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Shake hands, kiss babies. Goes in there and go in the public. Hey, good job, guys. No, being a heel, you have to sit there and have to be hated. You have to deal with the death threats. You have to deal with knowing, hey, if I go out and I'll have my car vandalized, or my kids, my wife being harassed. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yep.
Like,
that type of shit happened. That's
Back
happened pretty much the course of wrestling
during the 80s.
But not just in wrestling. Think about it too. Bullies, or even like bad guys, even like even like corporate people, judges.
Thank you.
Not judges. The DA. The DA looked at these bad guys. All right. What they say? You're innocent before you're innocent until proven guilty. No, you're guilty until proven innocent. And these guys are sitting there trying to tell you, hey, you know what? This guy, rather you do nothing wrong, they're like, hey, you know what? You're a bad guy. You know what? You jaywalk during almost a busy hour in the day. You could have started being a bad guy is so much harder because you have to live day by day with this. You could be an Eagle motherfucking scout, an Eagle scout growing up. And now you're a bad guy and you have to live up to this vision and to this narrative. So yeah, it's harder being a bad guy.
I like how you broke that down because you touched on not only the in-ring shit they got to deal with, but the real life shit they have to deal with.
Chris, I'll tag you in.
Hold on.
Thank you. So, not to cut in, but I disagree with that, T.O. First of all, I don't give a fuck about people's feelings. That was make me I'm a natural asshole, but I can turn it on and off. Like in real life, you know me, that I'm a great person. I'm a cool guy. But when I switch that asshole shit on, I don't give a fuck if your mama died yesterday. I don't give a fuck if your father died yesterday. I don't give a fuck. The thing about this, at the end of the day, this shit is about me. This ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go to the next level. I don't give a fuck if you stay mid, if you is below average. This don't got shit to do with you. This is about me at the end of the day. So as far as being a bad guy, that probably got something to do with that person, not me. Because I know how to be a heel. I got motherfuckers that I was cool with that hated me on the low because of me. You know what I'm saying? So, tag you in. Here you go.
All right. Both sides have points to this one. To Real's point about the baby faces. Yeah. Now, one thing is, baby faces, you can't do negative shit in public. Yeah, because, if you babyface and you get caught, you could caught drinking, or you get caught saying bad to somebody else, or if you get caught ignoring fans or anything, Sean. Yeah. Unfortunately, and if somebody report that shit, guess what? That baby face push it out. Man's like, let me give a real good example. Or, if you say something on the internet, you can be like the world's biggest baby face, but one negative incident go you, boom, heel turn right off the bat.
That nigga ain't lying about that.
But to go off on the heels part, why it would be harder to be a heel? Yeah. Wow. Damn, everybody.
Bars. That's my boy from TikTok, Mr. Victor.
Shout out to Bars.
Shout out to Bars. Please follow him on TikTok and on YouTube. Go ahead.
No, I have a bone to pick with Bars.
Excuse me.
Bars is a flip flop, and I'm saying this right now.
Oh,
why is that?
Because one day Bars be like advocating for the face and like, yeah, face this that, and then the next thing you know, I seen it. I watch your shit. I've been on your stuff too. Right now, one day Bars is like the Big Show.
Wow.
Yeah, except that Bars probably got more talent though. But anyway, go back on the heel part. Yeah. And especially in today's society, there's things that heels could do back in the day that now, they would be cancel culture city or something close to it. Because what was it, like a couple years ago, Jericho got in trouble for kicking the Brazilian flag or something like that? Or
yeah, if I remember that.
That shit that I will do. If I go into your country and I know that will piss you off, that's what I'm gonna do. If it's meant for me to die because a fan want to be trash, that means I did what I needed to do. Okay. Now, as far as death threats go, I mean, it happens, but that's why I got my security. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what did Cam say? Niggas die every day, B.
I mean, the thing about it is that you can't be. It's either you know how to be a heel, you don't. Plain and simple. But
even if you know how to be one, the question is, will people actually let you be one? Because, like I just
I don't care.
You're not supposed to give you're not supposed to give another human power over you. That's where you fucked up.
That's why I fucked with James.
That's why when I said this when what's the name interviewed me, A-Bit. What changed my life about podcasting is that I was under somebody else's banner and they told me that I couldn't cuss. That you won't be able to go anywhere. You won't be able to accomplish anything. No one will bring you on their show because you cuss so much. Look at Briscoe. That is a prime example of the dude. They said that he was cosmetic unfit to come to the WWE and still became a legend in the business. I refuse to let some other motherfucker that stays in his mama's basement try to dictate to me what I can say or what I cannot, or what I can do or what I can't do.
Hey, you know what's the bullshit part about that comment?
Never let somebody do that.
You know what's the most bullshit part about that comment? I'm like, all right, so the Briscoes are unappealing, and matter of fact, I even brought this down to up to Antonio. But yet, a couple years later, y'all gonna bring in the Boogeyman? Yeah, who was way less cosmetically appealing.
James Ellsworth, Eugene.
Right, someone that looked like a troll from Willow.
Yep. Hell, y'all even had Snitsky on them.
Oh my God.
And damn, WWE, that was y'all damn fake.
Hold on. Can y'all hear me on this one? Can y'all hear me now?
Tony Service is getting nervous there, brother.
You know what?
But also though, I want to say this real quick. The bounce, since we're on the topic of heels, let's bring up one of the most prominent heels, because this has been a topic I've seen that y'all discussed on the cookout, but also people been discussing in the community. Has to do with MJF, and I've been seeing everybody bring this topic up. Us, our brothers and sisters over at Jobbers Tears Podcast, our brothers and sisters at Black Wrestling Podcast. Everybody's been bringing this up, so I want to bring it up to y'all as well. People feel like, is MJF's title reign disappointing at this point?
No.
I don't think they're letting him cook. I think that's what that is.
No.
I think the problem is, hold on. Let me get this out. Because like, number one, if we're gonna sit here, we're gonna bitch and moan or whatever. And shout out to Jobber Tears, shout out to the Black Wrestling Podcast. See, they don't want people like me on their podcast because I keep the shit real. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I respect their views or whatever, but the problem is with that podcast, those podcasts is the thing about it. It is called tribalism. Now, as you can see, they favor the WWE a little bit too much. Now, the thing is MJF is more entertaining than Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns come out there every motherfucking week talking about, oh, I'm petrified. Oh my God, is Sammy gonna turn on me? Oh my God, get out of my office. Oh my God, Wiseman, what should I do? You know, that type of shit. Man, MJF doesn't even need a mouthpiece. This motherfucker had everybody chanting for him, waiting for him for almost fucking 4 months. Roman Reigns, on the other hand, he comes out, do the same shit that he did last week, and then a week before that, and then a week before that, but no one wants to talk about that shit. And that's what pisses me off. And Forster said he had to go.
Yeah. And you know, it's also another thing is, look at it, since we're on MJF at this point, let's remember, this is the same dude that in Cincinnati, badmouthed Brian Pillman, called Melanie Methaning, and basically, just made Junior look like a bitch, all in one
right.
night.
I think one thing I like about MJF as well, and let's do the comparison between him and Roman Reigns. All right.
Yeah,
one thing I like. No. Hear me out. It's just one thing. I'm not going full detailing. They're in similar situations where they're not wrestling every week on TV. Mm-hmm. The difference between the two is MJF tells you why he's not wrestling every week on TV, because he's that much of an asshole. He's like, look, I'm not gonna hurt myself on a weekly basis for you peons and for you internet marks and internet nerds and all this and that. Mm-hmm. I respect that. I hate it, but I love it because I hate it, because that's what a heel does. I love it.
But we lost that philosophy somewhere in the translation. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, for some reason, we're cheering heels.
Yeah.
Okay. We lost it when it started getting participation awards to every freaking kid in their sports. We lost it when we sit there and changed the word in California, San Francisco, the Bay Area, from manhole to a sewer hole. We lost it when we sit there taking away what was known for millions and thousands of years and changed it to a please everybody. What's gonna please everybody?
And you can't please everybody. It's just...
you're the champion, so you need to be on TV or we can wrestle, defend your title. No, the fuck I don't.
Exactly.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
No, I don't. I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm not here for your hoorahs and the hee-haws and the pat in the back. I don't care less. The man MJF told a fan during the signing who was in a wheelchair, paralyzed, waist down, stand up when you talk to me. Stand up when you greet me.
Because MJF, MJF is...
Let me cook. I ain't cooking Hot Pockets here.
He literally is good at his craft. Roman is not. Roman is just somebody that I will kick it with, not somebody that I would hate. You know what I'm saying? And that is the biggest problem with Roman Reigns. But you got chicks that's on podcasts. Shout out to Wrestling Chick. I love you. But the thing about this is that I'm gonna have to gather your scalp like you try to gather mine. The thing about this is that you said that no one's worthy of Roman, but the thing about this is that who cares? Like, seriously. Like, the thing about this is that SmackDown was losing money when Roman was champion and still champion. So the thing about this is that your tribal chief is not the Neil mover that he claims to be. Sorry.
Roman Reigns is a Hans Gruber of professional wrestling.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about the Roman thing is you think the longer that this goes on.
I know who it is. Die Hard.
Exactly. And he really wasn't a true villain. He was there kind of like, oh yeah, hey, he's over here. Go kill him. Go kill him.
Really?
Kill him.
Yeah, it's really
just like Roman Reigns. Solo, go handle that. Jimmy, go handle that. Wiseman, go handle that. Sammy, go handle that.
I'm trying to see like how does that make him a great heel? Like
It
anybody
doesn't
can
make
like
him a full heel. It makes him Cobra Commander. Because everybody do the hard work for him. They come up and it's like, hey, I did that. It's just like saying, I mean, might be to the subject. It's just like we saying with like a lot of these terrorists we come down to Saddam and
Saddam Hussein.
What's his name? The other dude, 9/11 dude. What's his name? Come on, help me out.
Osama bin Laden.
Bin Laden. He said everybody else do the work, but you know what? I did that. That was me. I did all that work. That was me. That was me. That's Roman. Roman barely does anything.
It's basically he's like a CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
Exactly. The one thing I said that Roman did do, and he said and did it by himself, was a triple threat against Edge. Was it Edge and Danielson, right?
Yeah, right.
And he stacked them. Not just one. He stacked them in the pin. That one time, I can legit say that Roman actually did something. After that match, Roman has not done anything.
Because if you notice, T.O., remember during that first half, like before all that happened, how they were booking him, he was still coming in, he was beating folks, but he wasn't cheating half the time like he is now, you know. And don't granted, heels cheat. Look, I get it. Heels cheat. That's what they do. But sometimes it can be overdone a little bit. It can be overdone a little bit as well. I think with Roman, I think what's going to end up happening, and I'm not wishing it or, wishing bad or anything, but I think what's going to happen is this is going to go on too long to the point that when the payoff happens, when somebody finally defeats them and stuff like that, the follow-up to that is gonna
be trash.
It's gonna be trash.
Because the bar has been set so high.
Yeah.
You can't grab it. You can't grab it at all. And that's where the WWE fucked up. Honestly, it doesn't even matter if Cody wins. It doesn't matter if The Rock wins. It doesn't matter if Kevin Owens wins. It doesn't matter because the bar is going to be set so high. You won't be able to accomplish what Roman accomplished.
Because Chris, you know how people are nowadays. They just want the moment.
Exactly.
And that's the bad thing. That's the bad thing.
They ain't ready for the aftermath. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want the moment, but you're not ready for the aftermath. You don't want to talk about that. You say, nah,
right. They don't want to talk about it. They just want the moment.
But then yet you want to sit here and bitch, complain, and talk about, oh, well, Roman is, he's the most powerful thing. Okay, so when he loses and you give it to Cody, and then Cody becomes the same motherfucker, the same stale motherfucker when he was in AEW, what are you gonna do then?
Thank you.
Yep.
You gonna say the same absolute shit when he was in AEW. Oh, maybe he should go back to AEW. He's not where I thought he was. But yet you was screaming for joy, talking about Cody, because just like what T.O. said, wrestling fans is fucking two faces, just like the fucking Cowboy fan base.
Exactly, because when Cody's going on, taking on Baron Corbin as his first program after beating Roman, or taking on Dolph Ziggler as his first program after beating Roman, or taking on Karrion Kross or all these other motherfuckers that we know he's gonna beat after he faces Roman, that's what's gonna make it unappealing. But people, like I said, people are not thinking about that. All people want to get to is the big WrestleMania moment that they're anticipating when Cody wins the title, get the huge pop. They're not thinking about what's going to happen afterwards.
Yeah, let me bring it back all the way to the beginning. Like I was saying about, you just want the moment. Look at WrestleMania 35 in general. Kofi, Seth with the Universal title. Becky with the women's title. And guess what? Aftermath to all of those, even though Kofi put on great matches, but yet nobody was really supporting him like that.
And no one's supporting him now.
Yeah, Seth was putting on good matches, and his mouth kept turning people off. And then Becky, well, she wasn't. Yeah. she was she did have the one loss to Charlotte, but other than that, yeah.
The only one that
Yeah,
really
it was
benefited out of that, the ones that really benefited out of that was actually Becky. Becky actually was a winner. She was the breadwinner in that whole situation. Everybody else like basically like dropped off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's like really, really bad because like we always talk about this in the cookout and on this program that WWE does not know how to structure a star correctly. They don't know how to book it correctly. And we always keep saying that in order to have a great face, you have to have a great heel. Roman is not a great heel. So how can you build a face if you have a horrible heel? Makes no sense.
You say the same thing about MJF right now. He's in this entanglement with Bryanson. Everybody talking about his stuff is stale, but look who he's in the storyline with. He's with a stale person on the mic. So how can he really do his best work if you're dealing with somebody who can't really engage with him?
The only bad decision that happened during the MJF title reign is that they should have held off on the Ricky Starks feud. You should have had that months down the line, but you gave it right after the game.
I think Ricky Starks should have been the first one.
I felt like they should have waited on it because, like, now that everybody know, don't get me wrong, the positive came out of it is that motherfuckers know now that Ricky Starks could go, microphone wise, go wrestling wise with MJF, and he should be one of your pillars. That's one of the positive things that came out of that. But I felt like you should have just let Ricky Starks continue getting wins and stuff like that. Have the fans anticipating those two feuding with each other, and then later on down the line have those two feud with each other. That's the only reason I'm saying they should have held off on it a little bit. But you're right. But Theo is right that you got him in a feud with somebody that his strong suit is not necessarily a microphone. So when you put that factor into it and stuff like that, that's why some of the people are quick to say, hey, this MJF title reign is not working and stuff like that. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault at all.
By the way,
real quick.
Need to stop doing. Go ahead, Tio.
Real quick, I just got the news from a friend that lives in the area of Monterey Park in California. There was a mass shooting, 5 men dead, 5 women dead during the Lunar New Year. So our thoughts and prayers for Heals for Life is out there with them and their families. The shooter was pronounced dead by suicide, whatnot, but just it's been a rocky few weeks in this new year. So our thoughts and prayers are out there, everybody.
Yeah. For real, man. It's between the senseless deaths that are happening, between people unaliving themselves. I can't say the other word because I don't want this video to get flagged or anything like that. I just want to take time real quick to kind of bounce off what T.O. said. It's just y'all folks make sure y'all take care of y'all mental and make sure that you keep yourself and your loved ones safe as well, because we're living in very unpredictable times. It's been a crazy 2023 so far. Yeah. And we're only 20-some days into the year.
It's only been.
We just started the first quarter.
Yeah.
We just started the first quarter.
First quarter, and already we've been losing people, suicide. It's just been crazy, But let's go to let's talk about this real quick. I'm gonna bring it up real quick. Okay, so what you guys think about this?
Oh, yeah, the cookout. Yeah, as MVP like to call it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the cookout.
3 people too many on this one.
I don't think it's too many people. This is what I can see happening. Hear me out. Shelton and Cedric, SmackDown champions. Street Profits, Raw tag team champions. Lashley, I see Lashley as the U.S. champion, not the was it the Universal or the Heavyweight Champion?
Yep.
But I say, put a big title on Omos and build him as a unstoppable monster that they started him with.
That's not going to work, and I'm gonna tell you
Why
why.
not?
Because number one, number two.
You got some eczema?
I mean, did you want me to just say, he's not white as that wall, but he's this. Yeah, he's this. But once again, yeah, he's a little bit extra chocolate. You know what I'm saying? He's by the equator. And also he's not Roman Reigns. That's another thing.
You don't have to be Roman Reigns to be a champion.
Huh?
You don't have to be Roman Reigns to be a champion.
I mean, so why Roman Reigns been champion for 3 years?
Because they're trying to erase the people that they don't want on their network, that they don't want in their history books anymore.
That sounds like that sounds very stupid. That's a
well,
stupid.
I mean, we've seen weirder shit happen, correct?
Yeah, we have. But the thing about it is that
all right then.
I understand that, but at the same time, is that if you're talking about building stars and you talk about building another generation, I mean, that's what NXT is for, right? You know what I'm saying? It's
so
like,
you mean that you rather have Braun Breaker up there as world champion? You're trying to say that you rather have Carmella Hayes as a world champion right now? It wouldn't fit. Not in her business. The way that MVP works, it would make sense in that retrospect. But then it will give a little storyline or a little friction. That okay, Bobby has always been the head guy.
Yep.
So now MVP left Bobby for Omos. So if MVP finds a way to get Omos that big championship and then give Bobby like a mid-card championship, that's a little friction. And that way it could work. But then this past Thursday, we were on Wolfpack's broadcast and they made it ended on All-Star, which I can't stand right now. His braids made his eyes look like they can't close no more.
Wow.
Montez will be the shiny pebble in that faction. Montez would possibly outshine every last man in that faction.
All right, hold on. Can I say something real quick before y'all continue?
You said almost.
No. Montez.
Oh.
Montez will outshine everybody in that faction. He is.
Can I say something real quick? Stop with the Angelo Dawkins disrespect, y'all.
It's not
y'all act like this. He's been holding his own. He's been holding his own.
Yeah, it's not disrespect. He's literally the Marty Jannetty in that situation.
I don't care how much that man weight he lost, how many dives he could do, how many shoulder tackles he can do, how many times he throws off his headband. I don't give two fucks about that. Montez is a better person in that tag team right there and there.
Yeah.
You cannot argue that. There's nothing you can say right now that can sit there and dispute that.
I cannot. I will agree with you. I cannot because he's the better personality. He's the better in-ring talent. He's the better.
I'm not knocking him. I'm saying that Montez would outshine everybody else. Remember when Shelton Benjamin first came in?
Yeah.
He was gold. He was it.
Mm-hmm.
And years he still has it. But Montez is him times 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
But I do gotta give one thing. Because Chris, can we put that picture back up one more time, please? Because I don't know. Is it just me? But why is it in this picture Dawkins looks like Anthony Anderson? I'm just saying the resemblance is like way too clear for that. All right, we can drop the picture. But anyway.
You talking about like off of Grownish? I mean, off of what's the name of the show that he was on? Blackish.
Blackish, yeah.
Yeah,
or
that
at any
Anderson.
point, or any point at the end of his career. But I do gotta say this though, that yeah, Montez is the more charismatic member of the two and the more talented, but that's not to say that Dawkins won't completely be a Jannetty in this one. But yeah, if you compare the two, yeah, Dawkins is here, but Montez, yeah, I'd probably be reaching past where Chris's screen is at.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but I mean, he is the Jannetty in this situation. He's like the lesser of the two.
Yeah.
He's not in the Jetty in this situation.
Yes, he is. No
I
one
wouldn't
really
give
gives
him
a
that
fuck
much
about
credit.
Dawkins. No,
If
I'm
that
gonna give him that
case,
much credit.
Wow.
I wouldn't give him that much credit.
Why not?
I wouldn't give him that much credit.
Marjane was decent in the ring, but they just really didn't give a
Okay,
fuck about
yeah,
him
but
because-
Marjane can still walk down the streets and sit there, have a bunch, go to the cookout. I mean, what's his name? Who was it that came to the cookout and spoke about story between Jannetty, and he was doing the old school spring break. What was it in South Carolina?
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. Marginetti stood there and had a gang of black people around him, and he's all the time wrestling stores, and they're buying him bottles, passing blood and everything. And everybody's gonna listen to him talk about stories. Dawkins can't do that. Dawkins is funny.
That's kind of a bad analogy, though.
No, but I'm saying, but Dawkins is not it, guys.
Dawkins just
he's a phenomenal athlete. Yes, he is. He's good in the ring. Yes, he is. But he's not it. And by y'all seeing him trying to put a battery in this man's back and trying to push him to somewhere that he's not there, that's the reason why shit fails. Because y'all put a big ass battery in their motherfucker's back who's not ready for the shit. He's good, but he's not built for that part. He's not built for that part. He's not. He's a hardcore title motherfucker. He's not no ICUS championship, world heavyweight championship contender.
He's not even mid card in your book.
No, he's a hardcore. See, no, I'm being respectful saying he's not 24/7. He's hardcore. He's not there. But then y'all constantly like, well, he lost weight. And he could do I get he could do that. How many he could do the same thing? He's not there. Don't put him up for that. Don't throw his name. Don't throw his name in a hat that he can't wear.
Damn, that's a bar.
I mean, Marty Jannetty. I don't know what type of hat you talking about though, but Marty Jannetty was the lesser
I'm
of
not
the
talking
two.
about bucket hat either.
But you know why? But Marty Jannetty was the lesser of the two. If we're gonna go there, he was his own worst enemy for the most part. He was his own worst enemy. That's the only reason he was the lesser of the two. He was his own worst enemy. He couldn't stop partying and doing drugs and missing shows and all this other shit he was doing. He was his own worst enemy.
That was the thing.
Sean, I'm saying Sean was special, but I feel like Jannetty. I'm not saying Jannetty would have had a Shawn Michaels career, but I'm saying that after the opportunities that he could have had, the reason he didn't have them was because he was his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
With saying that, that's what this is what I'm saying, T.O. I'm saying Dawkins, if given the opportunity to show that maybe he is more than what people think he is now, maybe he can do something.
It'll be a Liv Morgan story. It wouldn't be believable.
Damn, come on, man.
It wouldn't be believable.
He's not exactly lying about that. Like it
wouldn't be believable.
It wouldn't be.
If y'all think that Rey Mysterio a world championship run was believable, it wasn't believable. He was a transitional. Stephanie McMahon, transitional chairwoman. Liv Morgan, transitional champion. Do I need to go on?
Yeah, well, Ray's second one. Yeah, Ray's second one was definitely transitional. But moving on to that.
No, Stephanie was a transitional chairwoman. Yes, she was.
I was saying.
Push down the stairs like this man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, she was also a transitional general manager too. but that was another story. Another
Exactly,
time.
transitional. It didn't stick. It's like pasta that wasn't ready. It doesn't stick to the fucking wall.
So you saying that fucking Angelo Dawkins is Bob Backlund in '94, and that everybody else after him is like Diesel.
I wouldn't even go that far.
Transitional.
I wouldn't even go that far because Bob Backlund was actually world champion.
Guys, I will believe Dawkins as a North American champion before I believe him as a WWE mid-Carter champion.
Yeah. All right, that's
But no, so what we're gonna do is we're going to
I need a Pepsi. Hold on.
Let's truck along real quick. So let's get into this news right here. So rumors have been going around since last week that that not only WWE been knowing that The Rock was not going to be ready for WrestleMania, but apparently Rock told the WWE that he is not going to be in ring ready by WrestleMania. So there's a possibility that Rock is not going to be showing up to the Royal Rumble or to WrestleMania. However, I still have reservations behind that because they did shit like this before where they lied and they actually showed up. But we'll find that out on Saturday. Now there was another plot twist. So they were supposed to have, and this is the stale shit that I was talking about. So they were supposed to have a generational acknowledge the tribal chief ceremony on Raw. Instead, we are getting this tomorrow. Why are we getting this?
It's a trial because Sammy had dropped the ball, I guess, on a lot of matches where he was pinned and they were like, yo, where you head at type of thing. It's a kangaroo trial. If those who've never been to jail, county jail or prison know what kangaroo court is, that's when the inmates sit their whole court on you, saying that, hey, no, you snitched or you did this, and they sit there and they dish out the punishment and they dish out a sentence towards you.
So basically, this is like wrestling court, but publicized.
Yes. And then what you said about the Rock thing, for years, the Royal Rumble has been prestige. People sit there and wonder who's gonna be number one, who's gonna be number two. We want to guess, it's like always been a surprise. When did we lose focus of that? We have wrestlers tweeting their numbers out. Cody tweeted number 3 as he's gonna be the third wrestler out. We know that you come back for injury. Why sit there and tell us that you come back for the Rumble? You're killing that surprise for us. You're killing that wow factor for us.
They're dumb because they want people to tune into the Royal Rumble. This is how you know.
The Royal Rumble will get the views by itself, though. That's the whole thing.
But the thing about it, but back in the day, I agree with you. But the thing about it is, this is a different era that we're talking about. The Royal Rumble is not the Royal Rumble itself. The name, once again, the name. Hold on, let me bring you on screen. Hold on 1 second. So we can have a conversation, because the thing about it is that everybody is saying that the Royal Rumble is great. Yes, the name itself. However, the booking, which we keep talking about, is not good. So, but I would say this year, there's a lot of intrigue with the Royal Rumble because we don't know who's coming. They could be coming from New Japan. They could be coming from independent wrestling. We don't know. That's why I would say, hey, this Royal Rumble I'm looking forward to. But for the last couple of them, some of them been good, some of them been bad, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like WrestleMania. WrestleMania lost some magic a long time ago. Royal Rumble is just, the name itself is phenomenal. But it just haven't been as good like it was back in the day. The best one out of all of them, WrestleMania 2001. That is the best WrestleMania, hands down, for me.
I agree. I remember I had somebody trying to sit there and debate me one time, right? They was trying to tell me that 31 was better than 17. I'm like, you're a motherfucking lie. But
what?
Yeah, I don't want to get on that. but I want to just talk about this topic here. When it comes to The Rock, possibly or possibly not showing up. A couple trains of thought here. Like you said, it could be a situation where they're trying to throw us off, and that he does show up. Other train of thought is that this is legitimate and that he's not going to show up. In either situation, and I think this is what's wrong with me. And I try not to think ahead, but I'm always constantly thinking ahead. So, I think ahead in both situations. All right, let's say he shows up. I'm calling it now. If he shows up, the match is not going to be good. Because the match is not going to be good. We know this. The matches that Rock had with Cena were not good. So what makes you think that a 50s?
You should tell them punk ass fans that. Tell them stupid ass fans that, because like they always keep saying, "Oh, I want The Rock versus Roman Reigns." Look, this is not Rock from 2003.
Hold on, I'll say it loud and clear. The match is not going to be fucking good. Roman Reigns versus The Rock is not going to be good. Look, this might be y'all rubbing off on me with y'all heel tendencies, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Stop kidding your fucking selves. Stop wanting this fucking match. It's not gonna be good. Y'all want it just so y'all can see the two motherfuckers standing across the ring from each other. And that's it. That's the only thing you're gonna worry about and remember. But the match itself is not gonna be fucking good.
The moments.
Why do y'all want this? Look, why do y'all even want this fucking match? I know it's not gonna be good. Y'all just want it because y'all want the back and forth between the two, right? Which we know The Rock is gonna destroy Roman verbally on the mic. So why the fuck? Like, what's appealing? What's appealing? Why? Because he's the head of the table, but he hasn't beat the true head of the table, which is The Rock, who's been associated with the Noah family and all this and that and all that. Let's put all that shit aside. Let's put all that shit aside. Be real with yourself. I'm asking y'all. Do y'all actually think that match is going to be good? No. It's not. I don't understand why y'all want it so damn bad. It's not. And yeah, y'all can say I'm negative, I'm being a hater, all this and that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm being real with y'all. That's the reason why real is in my name. And the real truth about this is, if this match happens, it's not going to be fucking good. Then y'all gonna barely talk about it like y'all talk about the the Rock John Cena match. Okay. Other train of thought is, now let me go on the other train of thought. The other train of thought is that he doesn't really show up. Then we already know it's gonna more likely be Roman versus Cody. But this goes back to the discussion that we already had earlier. Cody beats him, then what? Like I said,
you need a hug? Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug?
I'm all right, Tio. I'm all right. Like I said, I try not to think ahead because I feel like a killjoy when I do that. But I can't help but do that because I don't want to set myself up for disappointment later on.
No, I mean, I agree with you. Like, I don't need a hug. Like, my energy been like this for 3 years.
You need a shot of wild turkey. That's what you need.
I don't need no wild turkey. I just need to go to bed because it's been a long weekend for me.
I got to really talk about though.
Oh, let me get this off real quick, and then we're gonna go on to
let him cook. Let him cook real quick.
So here's the thing: Rock versus Roman Reigns was supposed to be the thing, okay, with the bloodline. That's the end game. It was supposed to be Rock versus Roman Reigns. If this does not happen, that means that all of this shit that we've been seeing for 3 years has been absolutely pointless.
Right there.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, okay, so what's the end game? Like, okay, so he doesn't meet the head of the table, which is The Rock. He doesn't meet The Rock at WrestleMania. Like, okay, so what was the whole point of having young Rock and having some nappy-headed Roman Reigns? You know what I'm saying? Talking about, acknowledge me. you know, and then talking about that they wanted to fight at WrestleMania. They dreamed of fighting at WrestleMania. So what you gonna do? You're gonna fight at SummerSlam, at the Royal Rumble, or what? Survivor Series, Fastlane, the Elimination Chamber. I mean, like, what are we talking about here?
So,
you know,
I mean, facts. I mean, like you pointed out, it tosses the logic of this monster run that you put Roman on out the window. Because the stars are aligned. The stars were supposed to be aligned for this year. Why? Because it's in LA. Why? Because The Rock is Hollywood. The stars were supposed to align this year. But if it doesn't happen, what you're gonna do? Wait till next year to have it in Philadelphia? What's the point of that? Now, unless you're trying to build it up to be, since it's WrestleMania, what? Next year's WrestleMania 40, right? If y'all trying to build up the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania, what's a bigger anniversary than having Roman Reigns versus The Rock? But even at that point, are you still going to have the titles on Roman for a whole nother year?
I can't do another year of Roman and his bullshit. I can't. Y'all WWE Putty Patrol fans, y'all can do that shit. Y'all motherfuckers sit on y'all fucking keyboards and be on y'all podcasts and talk about the tribal chief and shit, but you will never ever tell the real truth and say that this shit is boring, this shit is fucking stale, this shit is not authentic, but yet you want to do this shit because you want to get cool points from the WWE. I don't give a fuck if the WWE doesn't even talk to me. I don't give a fuck. The thing about it is that this shit is getting stale as shit. And a part of me wanted to see Rock versus Roman just to see the ending to the story. But if I'm not going to get that, what is the whole point of the bloodline? To give it to fucking Cody that ended racism? I mean, what are we saying here?
Yes.
And Black History Month is in 2 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Get your nuts stickies.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah. Man, yeah, speaking of champions, I just shared a little something in the private chat real quick. But damn. I was watching the second half of Wrestle Kingdom yesterday, and there was a incident here between Noah's champion Kitamiya and of course the IWGP champ Okada. If y'all saw that kick that Kitamiya,
damn, he kicked him dead in the face.
Yeah,
what was that about? What was that kick about?
All right, take this back to last year when they did the whole Noah versus New Japan thing.
See, I wasn't there. I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, Kitamiya and was teaming up with Great Muta to take up Tanahashi and Okada. After the match, Okada had said something to Kitamiya, and it kind of didn't stick the right way with him. So, going into this match, and actually this clip here, like I said, if you can cue it up, it'll actually show the entire incident here.
Yeah, I can't do it because I tried to play it on YouTube as one of my clips. You guys can actually, if you're following us on TikTok, it's actually right there. Like I actually posted, and I did add some elements to it, you know, some commentary, like hell no, nigga, you hit me in my fucking head. I'm at you. I'm about to fuck you up. Like for real.
Yeah.
I've never seen Okada that pissed off ever.
And Ziggy, can you censor me for saying fuck? I know that I wasn't supposed to say that on the air. I don't believe. But yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn. And by the way, just for the record, because of that, these two will actually be meeting February 21st on the same day that Muta's going to have his last match with Naito.
And it's going to be interesting. February.
Oh, February. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because people are starting to ask the question now, is this a good idea? because these two probably gonna haul off on each other. It's gonna be more potatoes thrown through than the produce section at Walmart. Like these motherfuckers is gonna go at it.
Hit me in my motherfucking head and don't think you ain't gonna get no receipt. You know what I'm
Okada
saying? Like,
went after that ass.
Kicked him in the back. He kicked Okada in the back like 3 times, and then you just like, oh, so that doesn't faze you? Okay, I'm gonna just kick you in your face.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this what, I will put this in perspective right now. That this kick would have probably been like whatever, like the what's my man that just kicked the longest field goal in the NFL? Yeah, it would have been like that type of kick.
Damn.
Yeah,
it is crazy.
I'm trying to score a field goal on your cranium. I'm not trying to, tap you and say I love you or whatever. No, I'm trying to kick your head off like Mortal Kombat style, like a fatality, babality, or brutality or something like that. You ain't gonna kick me in my head and then give me a concussion and thinking that I'm not gonna come after you full throttle. This is some type of shift in the Turbo Power Ranger type of shit.
Oh, I know. This was, Okada went from Rainmaker to now Hurricane Maker after that.
Yes, for real. I ain't never seen him that pissed off.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, that shit is crazy. So we got a few more minutes, so let's end the podcast with this. Everybody was talking about the electricity. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love these graphics. These graphics are dope. They said all the electric.
I'm not okay with it.
You said what?
I'm not okay with Ricochet acting like he's Thor. I'm not okay with it. I'm sorry.
Or Bianca look like Storm a little bit.
And then why is Seth Rollins look like Gandalf?
No, that man looked like that dude from Highlander. Like for real.
No, that's Gandalf.
There can only be one.
And then why is Austin Theory squaring off with the E? And then why does Bobby Lashley look like he's about to take a shit? Why Bobby Lashley look like he don't even want to be here? He's tired. He needs some sleep.
And why do Cody Rhodes look like he just went through plastic surgery?
Cody Rhodes look like
because he's standing next to Charlotte. So
no, Cody Rhodes looks like straight up. Hi, I lost my puppy. Can you hop in my van and help me look for him?
Wow, so you call him a Karen?
I know.
I got one more. Why does Miz look like Johnny Cage doing a bad Raiden impression?
Yep.
Not Johnny Cage. I know Roman Reigns always looks like that, Bella, but still.
Why does Bianca Belair look like she's irritated in line at Walmart saying this lady's asking too much questions about coupons? Why does Rhea Ripley look out of place? She don't even look like she's even be in that poster.
Yeah, like what are they looking at too? Like, are they just? I don't know. But I'm liking the clouds. I'm liking the thunder.
No, change it.
No, I think you just. I think you just need a Snickers. You acting different. That photo is Seth. Yes, I don't know why Seth is looking like that.
I told you he looked like Gandalf.
No, he looks like Highlander.
Gandalf.
There could only be one.
Right, because can't be in that because we need to talk about this.
Okay.
We need to talk about this.
Oh yes. So next week.
Hold on. There you go.
So let me bring in T.O. real quick. Let me see. Bring him on. Okay. So in 2 weeks, not this week, but the next week, live on here, we're going to be giving away one of these WWE replica belts. So a lot of people have been asking me, how do you win this belt? It is very, very simple. All you have to do is subscribe and be present. That is all that you have to do. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your hosts, tell your men's husbands, wives, or whatever. If you want to win a WWE Championship replica belt, all you have to do is subscribe and be present. And if you are not present, you will not win. So yes, that is it. Thank you so much, T.O., for being my model.
Thank you.
Okay. And see, Roman,
all right.
That's how you hold 2 belts at this time.
And think about it, guys. I've been holding on to these for a minute. I had these for a minute. Yeah, it's just my way of thanking you guys. And then we also have an 8x10, 2 8x10s, one autographed by Kane, other one autographed by the Demon Finn Balor that we will also be getting off.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I was looking. I have.
Don't give away one of your toys.
No, I have 2 C murders up here that I'm going to give off. Anybody want to see
really? Nobody don't want no Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit don't have value, sir. Don't do that.
Surprise!
Don't do that.
Oh God!
Don't.
I have a few. You know what I mean?
T.O.
Look. I have your favorite, the Nature Boy.
T.O. Do not talk about Steve Murder again. Please don't. I want to stay on this podcast. I've been working my ass off on this brand. Don't kick me off because you want to give away a murderer. Don't do that. Yeah, see murder. Now if you want to give away the Nature Boy, that's fine because I don't like the Nature Boy anyway. So if you want to give him away,
I have Scott Hall right here. Bullpen Scott Hall.
Do you really want to give away Scott Hall?
You know what?
Don't.
I have a CM Punk down there. I could give away because you take up too much room.
Wait, yeah, Kit will probably win that one if you gave.
Yep, Dark King gonna make sure he's on to win that one.
Right, he gonna make sure he on this bitch. Also too, we got some more shit this week. So it looks like it's gonna be towards Saturday more than anything. So we got 2 things that's coming up on Saturday. We got the podcast is going to be right after the Royal Rumble. We're going to have a watch party that's in our Discord. And then also we're going to have the prediction show. So that's going to happen probably an hour before the Royal Rumble. We may have collaborations with the Woodpack Wrestling Podcast or my other guys from the Smart Psychology Podcast. I don't know. I'm really getting everything together. So I'll let you guys know toward the end of the week. That's why I was asking everybody what everybody's schedule was looking like. So if Friday didn't work, we'll definitely do it on Saturday. But it looks like it's Saturday because everybody's available on Saturdays.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's about it for that.
Actually, the wife and I are going to Dave & Buster's to watch the Rumble.
Oh, then you don't have to participate there.
Wow.
I was about to say.
I just sat here and just said that.
I'll be there for predictions, but I'm gonna watch the Rumble at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, you and your wife can go.
Hold on. That actually be a good thing because T.O. can actually probably get some wrestling fans that don't know it that have.
Thank you. I'll be working while
No. So you make it seem like you're too good to kick it with us.
Reese. See me, Reese? That's how I fucked with you. Yeah.
you act like no. That motherfucker act like he too good for everybody. He's talking. Me and my wife about to go to Dave & Buster's. Who the fuck would have gone to Dave & Buster's and watch some fucking wrestling? Ain't nobody in Colorado that's a wrestling fan.
We'll see.
All I know is this.
Now, mind you, this is coming from a man who I came out there in Wisconsin while watching softball. He had almost an hour conversation with a random person about wrestling and made sense. Tell me I'm wrong. I
didn't even know the man. And the reason why I talked to him because he one of your friends.
So, I never met the man in my life, but I'll wait.
You a lie? You was something serving drinks while you were DJing. What the fuck?
That
And by the
was
way,
insane.
about that whole
fucking
Dave
lying.
Buster's
You
thing,
are
hey,
wait. You are fucking lying because
I
like
never
number
met, I don't even
one,
know that man's
you
name.
said that
I
you
don't
knew
know
him.
that man. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm
think about Justin Robertson. Ladies and gentlemen, shit's about to hit
Just about to hit the fan.
Don't want to talk to you because
Yeah, all
you
of a
told
sudden,
me
all right? All of a
that
sudden,
you
all
met,
right?
you knew
Whatever,
who
okay.
he was. You said
Okay.
that you ran into him and you
Okay.
talked wrestling
Okay.
with him.
Okay.
Shut
It's
your
good.
mouth.
It's good.
Yeah.
Funny.
Okay.
Okay.
But you know what,
Oh,
though,
geez.
T.O., if I could go to your defense one more time, that actually, I can't say people won't be watching wrestling because remember, Buffalo Wild Wings for like a while used to have the papers.
and
That's
UFC
because
fight too.
everybody was up
Yeah.
there acting like they were.
Hey,
They
hold
were
on. Reese is
wrestlers.
talking. Reese is talking. Let him speak. Let him
I
cook.
was making
Let
a
him cook.
point.
Let
I
him
was making
cook.
a point before you cut me off.
Him cook.
I was trying to cook and answer his question.
Let him cook. He wasn't asking a question. He was talking to
Well, I was
us
making
and
a
our
statement. Now, Reese, going on to your point, the reason why David,
Reese,
excuse
don't
me,
even
not
talk to
David
you like
Buster's.
that.
I'm sorry, we
Buffalo
we're not
Wild.
talking about David Buster's. Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Don't
Yes,
even talk
let's
to you
stay
like
on the
that,
subject.
Reese.
Not of who he's dealing with or who he's going to David Buster's
Don't
with.
even talk to you like that, Reese.
Anywho,
Reese, don't even talk to you like that, Reese.
the reason.
Let's get to the point.
Okay, so the issue is the reason why Buffalo Wild Wings don't do this shit anymore is because fans were going to Buffalo Wild Wings and acting like they were wrestlers and were doing 3Ds through the table.
They only do that shit in Wisconsin. They ain't shit to do up there but drinking and softball.
But
So
the thing about okay, now this was
let him
before
go.
you moved.
It's Dave and Buster's. I'm new in the state. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna try to sit there and interview some fans out there, get some content for us, and then I'm gonna let him eat his motherfucking words, Reese.
Oh, so you're actually doing something that's actually,
Oh my
good
God!
for the brand.
You know what? See, this is the problem with black people. You try to do something different, they want to change some shit.
Oh, now
up.
you're black now. Okay.
I didn't say I was. Oh my fucking God! You know what? You know what? Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, final thoughts? Oh, you want to do final thoughts now? Oh, okay. All right. So, final thoughts is just remember to stay black, know who you are, okay? And you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter how much money you have. Just remember that you are black and you're supposed to be in the community and and asking wrestling fans what they think about wrestling, today's culture or whatever, instead of, when the lights go off, now I'm white, but whatever. And this goes to Booker T and everybody, and Stephen Smith and all the other shit. I was not talking about T.O. because he is the blackest Filipino, Negro, Hispanic that I've ever met in my life. So I love him to death. You know what I'm saying? I think you got some cool ass tattoos, but I just don't like your attitude. But other than that, RIP goes out to Jay Briscoe. Hopefully you guys like the video. All jokes aside, we lost a legend in this business, and the wrestling industry will not be the same after his passing. I'm looking forward to this week. I got a lot of training this week. I got a lot of training to do this week, the next 2 weeks or whatever. But I'm looking forward to the Royal Rumble. But I'm not looking forward to tomorrow for the Raw 30th anniversary. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Did you want to say something to T.O.? Or are we going around the circle?
I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like you. I'm not really. My final thoughts is I'm not really looking forward to Raw 30. Even though it's supposed to be special, I think it's gonna, not be all that good. But that's okay because Royal Rumble coming up. For the Royal Rumble, hopefully it's gonna be a good show. Hopefully the men's match is gonna be awesome. Don't really have too many high hopes for the women's Royal Rumble match, but. All I'm gonna say is if Rhea Ripley is not smashing through everybody in the women's rumble, then yeah, I'm gonna be a little disappointed about that. But no, I just want to also use my final thoughts to just say real quick that it's just a general statement. I just want y'all to once again Man, take care of your mental first off. Make sure y'all are, just keep your head, stay in a good headspace. Like I said, we're about 20-something days in, and we're having all this unpredictable stuff happen in the world. So just make sure that, man, you keep your mental straight. Second thing I want to say is that, thank y'all for viewing in. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all here on for taking time out of your day, especially after the Cowboys losing. Tune into us. Tune into our podcast.
I don't want to hear
today.
you bitches talk about some damn Cowboy Monday. I don't want to talk about. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick, and just wanted to tell all y'all out there, man, y'all just make sure y'all stay safe as well. That's the main thing. Y'all stay safe, and let's try to get through another year together, y'all.
Whoever's next.
Yeah. All right. First of all, First of all, I want to say to go on from the mental health thing that for me is like extra personal, because Wednesday actually marks 15 years since I went through the accident that put me on disability for a lot of that time. And that sometimes struggles happen, but if you just like keep through, and like I said, just November, I finally was able to go back to work. So if y'all feel like that you're going to be at the end of the rope, you're not. It's just like, it takes time, and if you just hold on for that 1 second more, something positive can happen for y'all. So and like I said, and I want to thank my WCC family for reaching out for me like a couple days ago when I was sharing my story and whatever. So thank y'all very much for that. As far as the wrestling week goes, I cannot wait for hopefully we do the Embrace the Wolfpack Heels. So we're gonna get that all going. And if y'all ever watch any of our shows individually, imagine what it's gonna be like when all of us are together. It is gonna be fun. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be out there. I hope y'all watch it. Thank you again to everybody from Ty, to Bar, to Bell, to Dylan, and Austin, and Mike, and everybody in the comments. Seggy, y'all was keeping it live in the comments section. Thank y'all for doing so. And of course, last but not least, to the keyboard warriors, y'all keep your words soft and sweet whenever y'all feel like mouthing off for somebody, whether it be another wrestler or whether it be to a fan or whatever, because one day y'all might try and pull a Kita Mia, and then somebody's gonna respond to you like Okada. I'm just saying, watch that clip, and then think about that the next time you decide to mouth off at somebody, because eventually there will be that person that comes after you like that. Just gonna give y'all fair warning. And then last but certainly not least, and to everybody up in Philly, I can admit, if Raw 30 sucks tomorrow, I know. Hey, like I said, I've lived there for about a quarter century. I know how that crowd is fitting to get if that show sucks. So, really, I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all best to be bringing it, especially if anybody comes out wearing 49ers gear. Which, by the way, Cowboys, suck it. Then of course everybody traveling to San Antonio for the Royal Rumble. Hope you guys I hope y'all get a good show too. And I just hope this week of wrestling is going to be awesome. And Tio, like I said, if you do go to Dave & Buster's, if you do get to talk to some wrestling fans up there, yeah, make sure they know about hashtag Heels for Life. Make sure to follow WCC and all that good stuff, right? Yeah. Floor's yours.
So are we doing dick shots now?
No, what?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's back.
So
Yeah,
this is what you did.
I'm
So
back.
this is what you did in your past life?
Yeah, you know, black gloves, black Air Forces. They're like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you already know the black Air Forces mean. You know what I mean? You ain't going home. You know what I'm saying? Well, what I'm trying to tell y'all is right now is Chris is a bullfight slide. He's a liar. He's like Uncle Howie, and he's Bray Wyatt right now. He ain't telling y'all the truth. He ain't telling y'all
Midnight Outlaw up here.
He ain't telling y'all the truth. Yo, no, my little face mask, my Scully ain't working right, but no, I'll make it work for you. But I'm telling you right now, the man, don't you look at me like that. You gonna eat your cornbread? You gonna eat your cornbread? I'm from New York. You ain't eat my cornbread.
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my wife says too. What I'm trying to tell y'all is how it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. I'm gonna roll the David Busters. I'm gonna put my shit on like this. I'm gonna put my shit on. And roll motherfuckers like, yo, who were in the Rumble? Who were in the Rumble? Straight up, empty your pockets, pocket checks. You know what I mean? What better rap? You see Suge pocket checking everybody. Everybody getting their pockets tapped. You know what I mean? We ain't playing. All this little patty cake they're doing over here, talking about, oh yeah, this, that. No, we ain't patty kicking over here. This is Heels for Life. I'm gonna tell you what it is and what it ain't. What it is, y'all gonna stop talking about our heels as if we need to be sitting there and be patty kicking with y'all. We don't like y'all. We don't need to be friends with y'all. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here just to take all your kids' fruit snacks, not coming to your house. Eat all the Capri Suns and leave them in
I do it.
underneath their bed. I don't care.
So you do steal people's like Lunchables and shit?
I ain't talking to you right now.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Daddy.
Digress.
I'm sorry.
But Reese, I will be in that Dave and Buster's. I will be there eating wings without vegetables. That's what faces do. Faces eat vegetables to take their vitamins. I'm eating wings.
That's why you got high blood pressure now.
I'm eating the cartilage on the bones.
Wings, no vegetables.
You know what? I'm even doing something heel. I ain't even using ranch. I'm using blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
You know blue cheese is worse, right?
I like blue cheese.
You know what? I'm using honey mustard now. Honey mustard. Wings.
You know honey mustard is sugar, right? You know you could get diabetes, right?
I eat diabetes. Well, what I'm trying to say is, y'all, this is Heels for Life. We ain't here to like these motherfuckers. They ain't here to like us. And bars, I'm like a few hundred falls away being on your podcast. Wait for me. Run.
Well, on that note, everyone, hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 208. We will be back next weekend. Remember, everybody, we are not going to have a show next weekend because of the AFC and the NFC championship. So we're not going to, we're going to have everything all on Saturday, everybody. So until that time,
y'all ever watch The Strangers? You ever watch the movie The Strangers? And ask them why they messing with them?
You're scaring me right now.
Because they were home. Bars, be home. You're
scaring me. You're scaring me with that ski mask.
Good. Watch your
so
pockets.
Should I hide my So I should hide my pockets, right?
Watch your pockets.
Okay.
Watch your pockets.
But
You know
until
what?
that
It's
time,
grimy
everybody.
season. Income tax season's coming, right? It's grimy season. Black Air Forces, black gloves, black
Taking
bags.
tax money.
black hoodies.
Oh, jeez.
Victor, I hope you hearing all this because like he got all this energy towards you, whatever. So maybe you should invite Mr.
For the world.
So maybe you should invite this
Top flight security,
Scooby-Doo villain or whatever, on your podcast.
Ain't no demos over here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Until that time, everybody, I'm Mr. Team Riggin, Mr. Sugar Nipples, Mr. You know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Bye, y'all. How you doing? Bye. Did you want to introduce yourself, Mr.
DJ
Robert?
Black Mask? Let's go.
Damn, back in the race.
And I'm the real Garland.
Good night, everyone. See you next weekend. Peace.
Later.
It looks like you lost another one.
It's just the fact that I'm highly dedicated to the grind. And I ain't never fake, boy, I'm like this all the time. And I'ma do me, it don't matter how you feel. And I'ma win even if I lie, cheat or steal. That's just real, I don't care if I leave the opposition feeling ripped off. And it's only cheating if you get caught. If you ain't with me, homie, I can never love ya. If you don't like it, I got 2 words for ya. I just rather lie, cheat, and steal. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. And I don't ever care how they feel. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. And they don't wanna see me in the field. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. No matter what, I'ma keep it real. It's cool being faces, better being